Alright, well, I'm going to make a video for you of this, a 1920 Sonora Baby Grand, which is the model name, phonograph. I just replaced the needle. You replace your needles quite often, you're supposed to. And this is your needle cup holders. It has 3 of them. You have the one lidded one, which is the one where you keep your used ones most of the time. The stylus lifts up, drags across, same as a regular record player. This down here is your speed selector. It plays 78ths, which is 78 rotations per minute. So you put it at about 78, there's 80, there's 70. So you put it right about there so that you get the right speed. And this whole thing is to make sure that you don't wind your machine too much. So what you do, watch, I'll show you. See the crank down here? Crank it up. You can crank it for a little while. Like that. And then you come over here. You take this and you pull it as far as you can. So right there. And then the machine will start spinning. Now what this does, see, it's on the countdown. And it'll count down all the way till it gets to this little lever, which will trip your lock back into place, just like this. And that little pad stops your record. When that record stops, this stops. So you know still how much time you have left before you need to wind your machine. Now a lot of these machines didn't have this little add-on, but it's a pretty neat thing to have, especially if you're not used to cranking them, because they can be over cranked pretty easily and damaged. But the frame on this, well, the entire body of it is solid mahogany. Beautiful woodwork all the way through. There's the Sonora, clear as a bell, it says. That's their motto, and there's the serial number. It was made by the Sonora Phonograph Company in New York, and it says it's an instrument of quality, which if it's been playing for 100 years, I would say that's about right. So let's figure out a selection to play. What do we got on here now? Right now we've got Benny Goodman. I'll put Benny Goodman away for a minute. But what you do is you go down to your front of your thing. This is your key. Put it in. Turn it right. This is the Sonora filing system. Now the one that I know I want to play is in 5, number 7. So what you do is you pull out 5, number 7. In that is your record that you want, and the song I'm going to play, Sweet Georgia Brown, on Tempo Records, sung by Brother Bones and his Shadows. Actually, it's not sung by, it's a musical number. This was recorded in 1917, I believe. So, without further ado, I'll close this back up because I know that's what you're all waiting for. You just turn off your speed. You let it crank up a couple seconds. You bring your stylus over.
man, who's that cat coming down? I don't know, but it sounds to me like that. This is man with the ball. You don't have himself a ball.
That's where your noise comes from. Over here is a little knob too that changes your tone, which is basically your volume. Put it right to about there. Fills up the room pretty nicely. This is actually a quiet record, pretty high on the treble side, but I just knew it was a song that a lot of people had heard or that are aware of, you know, from the Harlem Globetrotters. But yeah, this is a Sonora Baby Grand from 1920. Beautiful little phonograph. And go ahead and turn off the old song. Set it down. Put your brake on. I'm going to have to wind it soon. Alright, thanks everybody.